my friend, it's Pat Sloan here on Tackle It Tuesday. What do I have? I have lemon chiffon. I have the March block a day with at the end a parade of a bunch of yours that are tops or practically tops. And we're going to talk about the London town backing because it's time to get that done. Very much time to get that done. So yeah, then this is the last week of March. I'm still chilly. See, I got like, cozy top on, still chilly. All right, let's talk about, let's see, what we got? Oh, also today is waffle day. Waffles. I like waffles. Yeah. Do you like waffles? Leave me a comment. They're good. I actually prefer them over a pancake. How about you? Yeah. Lemon chiffon. Let's do that first. I did a little bit where I was analyzing stuff, so let me show you that. When I have a longer edge like this, this is almost the entire length. I only have one more row that I'm going to pin with these squares, and I always find it a bit easier to just go ahead and pin at each intersection. And I have kind of trained myself to pin this direction to the point versus having the pin this way, because when I'm sewing, I don't have to pull the pin out. I either put it so it's past the 1/4 inch, like this could be just a little bit lower. Wait a sec. Like if I just push it down just a little bit there, it's still holding, but it's not at the 1/4 inch mark, so I would just go past it. Or I can just pull it out a little bit, shift it a little bit while I'm sewing. So I will go ahead and pin each of these intersections. Also, I'm checking at the same time that I have a white and a yellow. Yellow, white. White, yellow. That I haven't inadvertently gotten the order, gotten it out of order. So I just kind of double check that as I'm pinning everything, because I can catch it and be easier to fix it now than after I've done the whole seam. So you can kind of see as I get to the pin that it is back further. Plus I use a 1/4 inch foot on my baby lock that is angled. I also like the edge piece on here, which I guess that's just the way this foot is angled. So that kind of helps when it comes to where the pin is. See, I'm not going to be anywhere near the pin. Those need shifted up just a little bit. Okay, so I can just go along like this, and I don't have to take the time to remove the pins now. All right, here we go. I still have the last row to do of lemon chiffon. That will be coming. I'm working on the blocks. I've got 2 done and almost a third. I think I have to do 8. Is it 8 across? I forget. So here we go. Here is lemon chiffon. Look at that. Woohoo! I am so happy. I don't know if I might be hanging it upside down, but you can't tell from here. Yeah, I can see a rabbit upside down, so it goes actually the other way. But I think what I'm going to be doing though is this last row of blocks that I'm working on. I'm not putting in as many of the kind of fun fabrics, fun fabrics being like, this guy and the word text. And so I think that row will go on the top, because when I put this on the sofa, the top goes behind. So I will have the last row as what's already on this piece. So that is cool. I think this coming week I will do a push to do the rest of those blocks, so I can get like a couple of these things are just going to get wrapped up. Maybe in April, since we do have a few. Maybe in March, because we do have a few days before April arrives. I might be able to do that. All right, what do I have? The block a day. I also have a little bit where I was talking about the colors before I put it all together. So let me show you that. Here I am, just about ready to put the last row on. And I want to show you something, and I didn't film it because it was late and I just didn't want to take the time to go through when I found that I needed to switch something. So down on this row, which is the last row, you only have 4 fabrics for the center. Okay, these 4. And what happened was down here I had no sunglasses. I do now. I do now, but I didn't. Originally, when I was laying the blocks out, I mean, the blocks were sewn. And I was like, that bugs me. Bugs me. So the sunglasses were over there. And I thought, okay, all right. So I took that one out, and rotated them because they have different colors, blue, pink on the outer, so I couldn't just rotate the blocks. Plus, they would be upside down sunglasses or sideways or something. So I did that, and now it's much more balanced. I somehow lost track of that. This was very tedious, not in a bad way, but I had to really be on top of all of these fabrics. And I also decided that this stronger print here, I just used it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Your eye likes things in odd numbers. So for me, if I wanted to use it again, I would have needed to put 2 more. So it would be 5 instead of 3. 4 would be a little imbalanced and make my brain like twitch a little bit. So I just left it at 3, which I'm happy with. That's totally cool. I may, like I said, I may end up with scrappy binding. If I do, I will put some of that in the binding. So that'll like pull it out around. And I'm kind of leaning that way since I actually have strips there made. So leave me a note in the comments. Tell me what you think. This is where, so I'm gonna get that last row sewn on. So exciting. First, here's the strip that I did. Oops, that definitely has a right side. Oh, there we go. And so this strip now is long enough for the back. And I haven't figured out what I'm doing for the back yet, but this strip will be part of it and not on the edge. I'll be part like towards the middle or, side that will stay in the quilt. And then voila, let me be sure I get the top because, we do not want sunglasses upside down. No, cannot do that. All right, here we go. Woo! This has been so much fun. So much fun. And I love the colors in this. I do think I will put a tiny little border on it. Probably, I've got, I think I might have enough of this one just to put a little tiny, like 3/4 of an inch border, just to lock all those edges down. And that way, when it goes on the long arm, I don't have all of these seams and have to think about that. I could just stay stitch meaning stitch all along here, but I think it would look fine. I think it would look good to have a little bit of an edge on it. So I have to measure that fabric. Otherwise, I probably have enough of one of these. I did 2 of these as well with that's a blossom fabric. So I probably have enough of one of those. Okay, that's cool. Let me just put the chair back. Hold on. Before we look at London town, Lynn in Pennsylvania sent me this pretty Easter card and a bunch of goodies. Oh my goodness. I put them in this basket. Oh my goodness, Lynn. She sent a peep ring. She sent 2 of these. One of them's out to go in my coffee. She found some darling mushrooms for me. Look at this, for the mushroom tree, and look at that guy. Then Peeps Galore, Tropical Punch. Here, I'll just hold them up. Look, I can't wait to try Tropical Punch. Dr. Pepper, I saw somebody made like a Dr. Pepper float, like a root beer float, and then put this on top. Cute. What we got? Party cake, cotton candy. Look how cute they are. They're going to be so good in my coffee. So good. Rice Krispies. I love Rice Krispies, by the way. I love them. Gummies, and some darling socks. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. You just spoil me. It's like Easter Bunny came. So the back of London town, I have a couple big pieces of fabric and I am going to put them up on the design wall there because I would just want to lay out kind of what I have and see how they're spacing. Let me just move this. So I will just, okay, let's just do this. So my friend sent me this one, which is a border print. She says she used it for a project, but then didn't need the rest of it. So it's two sides because it's, you know, the whole width of fabric. And so I will possibly do twice. What I'm thinking is doing strips across. So like if I did this one twice, I could do it here. Let me just move it over. I could do it here and then do some other strips of the other fabrics and then put it up there. So that's kind of my thought. What do I got here? Hold on. All right, here's the other cool one that one of our friends sent with the guards. I guess this is the guards. So there we go. So we got the guards, and there's a big piece of this. So it is possible that this one, now they're, you know, all of these are directional, which is not a problem. But I think the strip thing is going to be a cool idea. And there's tons of this, except that it's, the quilt is, I think, wider than width of fabric. So I will have to do something on the sides, which is totally fine. But let me just, hold on. Let me wrangle this a second. Here is what I'm thinking. This big border print and then a strip of the crowns, and I'll have to go and draft the sizes I need. And then the guards, and I'll have to, this is as wide as I think as the fabric is, so I will have to add maybe some spacers and then more guards. Not that big of a spacer, but a smaller spacer and then more guards. And then I'll put the crowns again up here and then put that up there. And I might, well, I will put something down below here because otherwise this will be on the long arm chopped off. I don't want any of that chopped off, so I need to put a row of something on the bottom. You know, maybe just, this is what I had for the background, or just some other red print maybe down there, or a gray print. I have a bunch of gray prints. I could just put something so that it stays all on the back of the quilt. So I do have to measure, because at the top I'll be fine. This part here will be at the top and it won't get chopped off the back. So I think that's where I'm going to go. So I will be working on this after I kind of lay it out on my computer so I know exactly what I have going on. I really like that idea. I really, really like it. And I might even have, there's a good piece of that crown fabric, so I might even use that for the binding, or like I said before, that red, you just saw that red that was in the basket, that would be the other option for binding. But I do want to work on this and get it done. All right, we are going to go look at a block parade of your March blocks. It's actually a tops. They're all tops. Some of them are quilted. Let's go. We'll start with this gorgeous Pastels by Alina. I like how each of the blocks are the same color family: pinks, orange, aquas, greens. So pretty. Barb is red, everything red. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I need to do one in red and white, red and white. That is fantastic. Bonnie's adorable kitties. And I think I read that she said she had to do a little modification because the kitty blocks were a little smaller, and it just turned out fantastic. Great job. Christine did all scraps. Oh my gosh. Now I would call those controlled scraps, like, because they're blues, some yellows, whites. They're just perfect. Looks so amazing. Daphne went with B fabric, and she kept it in a very controlled 3 fabrics. So if you were wondering how that would look, there you go, there you go. And let's see, Elaine's, and she went for the zigzag setting. Isn't that gorgeous? Look how different it looks. And I love how she took the floral and used that as the center and then pulled it to a little border around the outside. Gaynor is working on hers, and they are fantastic. Look at all the fun fabrics. The nurse, the teacups, the little dolls, the elephants. Oh, so I bet you're having a great time with that one. Ginger's is poppin', and look at the borders. The black and white is super effective with this. She's got that black and white sort of very tiny polka dot that is used on the outer edge. Oh, look at everything. Gorgeous. Gazelles, beautiful, beautiful. Look at, her fabrics are just spectacular. That outer border looks like it was used in some of the blocks as well. And she kept, it looks like the one rim is always the light. And so you can see how that works if you really control where you put your lights and darks. Let's see, Janet's is, this is just so perfect. Oh my gosh. And if you look at this, you can see secondary colors with how she's got from top left on a diagonal, the green, the peach, the orange. And then she used that gray print in the same spot in all of them and then in the border and set them side by side. That is so awesome. Now we are visiting with Jean, and Jean used some red in the centers of all of hers. And then it looks like she went kind of scrappy, but she kept the white in the same positions. Okay, so next up is Jennifer, and Jennifer used my Promise Me fabrics. Oh my gosh, she had one of the strip sets of my Benartex fabric. Oh, I love it. Look how great that is. Perfect. Laura's, this was her first time doing a log cabin. Now these are half log cabin, but it's still the exact same concept if you're doing a log cabin with, all the way, all four sides and the centers in the middle. But I love how she used the same fabric in the center of everything. So you had this great big light center. So cool. Did a great job. Laura is using a jelly roll and yardage to do hers here. And this looks fantastic. I love that peach and navy, or that kind of orangey and navy. That's just such a great combo. I assume that's navy. It's hard to tell, but I think I know what that fabric is, and it was navy. Looks so good. Leanne had leftovers from a blue and white quilt, and then she'd saved some Little Women jelly roll and felt like this would be the perfect project. This really is. If you have a jelly roll that you have not done anything with, you're going to need something for the center, and maybe, if you want to do a controlled light, like you can see here, she had a controlled light, a white there, an off-white. So it's very, very doable. Okay, Pam has little kid prints in the middles. Oh my goodness. Giraffes riding a bicycle and pulling an elephant in a wagon. Perfect, perfect. So playful. It's kind of like an I Spy, right? A little bit. Shelley's, spectacular. Look at the colors. Oh, wow, 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 wow. And she used the same blue in the center of everything, and then kept the light area light for the block, but different fabrics. So it's not like a lot of people have used the same fabric there. Or at least same colorway, like a cream. She used different colors, but they're all light. This is Sue's. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Green looks fantastic. That is so cool. Perfect, perfect. Susan's here is one that she's going to donate to Disaster Recovery Project at her church. And she went very scrappy, and you can see that she rotated the block. So you have the center in the top left, and the center in the bottom left. Center top left, center bottom left on the first row. And then she reversed that, top bottom on the right for the second row. That is so fantastic. And then she added 2 borders to it. It looks so good. It'll do really well for your project. My friend Suzanne, who is one of our ambassadors, helps out. Here is her scrappy version. Now I think she told me originally these were like leftovers, some from another project, and then she added to it. But look at the stripe, green stripe in there. And then there's another multicolored stripe. The stripes are so effective. If you're not collecting stripes, do it. Oh, I see some polka dots, bottom left. Pink with polka dots. And our last one here is all in these beautiful, look like ocean colors. I see looks like rocks and maybe even some ocean print in there. I can scroll in. Yes, looks like some beach things. This is Terry's, and Terry used 2 size blocks So look at the top row, and the second block in, that's a large block. The third block is a small block. So there you can see how that looks. So cool. I love it. Thank you everybody for sharing and sewing along with the March craziness of Block a Day. Yay! Round of applause. Round of applause. Woohoo! Reminder, tomorrow I will have a calendar for us during Block Wednesday. I'll have the April calendar because it is time to know what's going on for next month for me. I need to know. I need to do the calendar. All right, my friend, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.